Welcome to the Sports Report. Now, today we'll be talking about why Klay Thompson is a top 10 NBA player, why Penn State shouldn't be in the college football playoff, and who the most underrated team in the NFL is. But first, let's get to the game of the week, the Chiefs and Falcons.
Now our game of the week pitted the 7-4 Chiefs against the 7-4 Falcons. The Falcons would strike first with a 1-yard touchdown run by Devontae Freeman. However, the Chiefs' offense would respond immediately with the deep bomb to Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the NFL besides Rob Gronkowski. Then on the ensuing play, the Chiefs go to Kelce again, and he nearly scores a TD. This sets up a 1-yard touchdown run by Spencer Ware. However, the Chiefs miss the PAT. After a Falcons field goal, Alex Smith fumbles, and the Falcons recover. This would only result in a field goal. Afterwards, Alex Smith looks to Albert Wilson, who breaks one tackle to get to midfield. Now the Chiefs go to, guess who? That's right, Kelce again, to set up a 1st and goal. Then on 4th down, Alex Smith fakes and dumps it to Spencer Ware for his 2nd touchdown of the day to tie up the Chiefs and Falcons. Now before the end of the half, Matt Ryan throws a costly pick six to Eric Berry, which gives the Chiefs the lead. Just watch the fancy footwork by Berry here as he stretches into the end zone. Now, at the start of the second half, the Chiefs fake a punt to Albert Wilson, and he could go all the way, and he does, to give the Chiefs an 11-point lead. However, the Falcons would fight back, first with Julio Jones, then Devontae Freeman on his 2nd touchdown of the day. And after the Chiefs 3-and-out, Andre Robinson scores a touchdown to give the Falcons a 1-point lead. The Falcons decided to go for 2, so the Chiefs would have to kick a field goal to tie it. However, Matt Ryan throws his 2nd interception to Eric Berry, and he returns it all the way for 2 points to give the Chiefs a 1-point lead and the W, 29-28, to improve the Chiefs' record to 8-4.
Now, speaking of the Chiefs are probably the most underrated team in the NFL and maybe the best team in the AFC and have the best shot at the Super Bowl, even over the Patriots. Now look, I know the Chiefs aren't the most entertaining team in the NFL since Alex Smith is their quarterback. And Alex Smith traditionally hasn't been extremely talented and hasn't lived up to his number 1 billing. But to give it to Smith, he's extremely efficient and he doesn't turn over the ball. Another advantage that the Chiefs have over the Patriots is they have dynamic players. Rob Gronkowski's out now, and truly the Patriots don't have all that a talented receiving core and aren't extremely explosive at running back. The Chiefs have Tyreek Hill, who's come on in recent weeks as an extremely good player, and Travis Kelce, who's the best tight end in the NFL besides a injury-free Rob Gronkowski. The Chiefs also have one of the best defenses in the NFL with Eric Berry and Justin Houston. They're even better than the Denver Broncos were last year. The difference between the Chiefs and the Broncos is the Chiefs actually have an offense, while Denver has Trevor Siemian. This is what makes the Chiefs so good, though, is they're the best of both worlds. They're good offensively, and they're one of the best teams in the NFL defensively, which is why they can beat the Patriots and make it to the Super Bowl 51. Now to the NBA. Last week, Klay Thompson set one of the most amazing feats in NBA history, scoring 60 points in 29 minutes against the Indiana Pacers. Yet, in my opinion, Klay doesn't get the love he deserves. Now, when you usually see a top 10 NBA players list, you'll see the usual suspects like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Anthony Davis, Paul George. Yet, you won't see Klay Thompson for some reason. And I would disagree with that completely, because Klay is one of the most underrated players in the NBA. Klay is one of the best 3-point shooters of all time and maybe just as good as Steph Curry at times. Now, Klay's not his game isn't aesthetically pleasing as Curry, yet he's just as effective and probably an even better defender. And he actually adds more value to the Warriors since he's 6'7" and can stroke it from deep. He just doesn't get the love he deserves because he's not as flashy or flamboyant as a Russell Westbrook or James Harden. Now, I love Klay Thompson, and I think he's one of the most important parts of the Warriors and why they have a great shot to win in the NBA Finals this season. And also, Klay's an underrated driver. Clearly, Klay deserves to be in the top 10 NBA players because he's proven it to this point in his career and should be an MVP candidate. Now to our final story, the best event in all of college sports, the college football playoff. Now, there's been a recent argument lately that Ohio State should have not been put in and Penn State should have been in since they were Big Ten Conference champions. To those people I say, that is completely ridiculous. You know why? Because The game Ohio State lost to Penn State, Ohio State dominated most of the game and actually had more yards than Penn State. It was just the fact that their kicker can't kick a field goal. Now look, some people believe that conference champions should be in the college football playoff, but I would disagree since this was the problem with the BCS. For example, in 2007, Missouri was one of the best teams in the country, yet they still didn't make the national championship, even though they should have, because they lost their conference championship game to Oklahoma. And instead we got one of the worst national championship games of all time between Ohio State and LSU. It's not that I don't think Penn State's talented, but I don't think they're one of the 4 best teams. In my opinion, and it's not because of the win-loss record, because I would put Michigan over Washington any day of the week now. It's just clearly Ohio State's demonstrated that they're the better team and have had a much tougher schedule, beating teams like Oklahoma in Oklahoma. So it's clear that Ohio State deserves to be in over Penn State. Even though Penn State is extremely talented and probably will have a shot at winning the Rose Bowl, they don't deserve to be in the playoff.